Lisa, today we're talking about role playing, and you're going to explain why role playing is so important in our lives, right?
Yes. Role playing, I want to talk about role playing is that we have to be prepared sometimes. We have to take stock of what we are, why do we want something in life? And then really commit to it.
That's true. You know, when you think about it, and you ask yourself that question, you really have to have the answer. Why do you really want that in life?
Why do you stand up for that? Why are you going after that? Why do you get up every day? So,
who is this guy?
This could be anything, actually. I brought this to represent. I'm going to have you do a little fun game, okay? This little guy, I want everybody to have a picture in their mind of this little guy when they think of something they want. It could, right now, this time of the year, there's Christmas coming. We have a lot of requests out there. I really hope I get this. I really would like to do this. Maybe you want to put on a huge dinner. Maybe you want to go away to Hawaii. Who knows? Maybe you just want to lose weight. Maybe you want to maintain the weight that you have. There are so many things. I want you to take that, whatever it is you want or need or love, and I want you to zap it into this little guy here. Okay. So imagine, hold him, imagine what he is. Really, do you want to think of something, or do you want to just know it in your head that you really
so I'll
want
think of something,
Okay, so you really want this. You woke up that day and went, that is it. This is it. The life changes, I'm focused on this. I want you to hang tight onto it, because this is we're establishing your level of commitment to this desire. Okay, so hang on to it. Now I'm just a person coming along, and whatever your desire, I'm going to say, do you really want this desire? I'm going to kind of tug at him. Oh, I didn't even get close. You still have him, right? Okay, so then, maybe a week's gone by, and you're motivated, you still want it, but it's not at the forefront of your mind. So I want you to loosen your grip a little bit based on how much. So I'm going to come along, and I'm just the world. These things coming at you, commercials, people, family, right? And I come and I'm going to tug a little harder. So I saw you move a little bit with that one. So I'm getting there. I'm not going to stop, because this is the world. This is the external factors. So I want you to loosen up now, because you know what? You do want it, but now you're so busy. The kids have a cold. They're sick. You need to. Your husband's this. Whatever it is. So you're really loosening up on this, okay? And the world gets a little bit harder. And then I go, oh! I snatched it right away from you. So you no longer have it. This was not, it's still warm. But you know what? You lost it. So if somebody, you never know what's going to come on. So if you were to role play and be prepared and have a sense of why you want this, how committed you are, and what to do when I come along and snatch something.
And I think that it really says a lot about individuals in life, because it can be anything. It can be your career. It can be something personal for you. And you see some people succeed and others don't, and you think to yourself, well, how come they succeed and I can't?
That's right. They might have been just hanging on to a little tighter, and to know, you know what? I know that my schedule is going to get in the way of this, and I know that the people in my family are going to need stuff from me. But this is what I really, really believe in. This is what I want, and the determination is there because it's a part of you.
And so that's where, Lisa, you've got to stay focused and motivated.
You got to stay focused and motivated. Now, this is the time of the year, of course, when we are doing a lot of socializing, and a lot of people, you can almost get through the whole year without seeing some people, but at Christmas time or around that season, you're going to meet.
Yes.
There's going to be a party, there's going to be something. And in saying that, I wanted to role play with you about, so let's just say this is about weight.
Okay.
So I really want to maintain my weight or lose my weight, a little bit of weight so badly. You've got it in there. But now you're at a party, and everybody's snatching. So here are a few tips, to kind of have in your mind to go over while you're there socializing around all the calories and food.
Right, because the thing is, when you're at a party, whether it's a dinner party, whether it's an office party, you name it, everybody's in a good mood. There's usually beverages involved. There's usually lots of hors d'oeuvres that are puff pastries. There's chocolates, there's cookies. So all of this is at your fingertips that you normally wouldn't have throughout the year.
Right, so two things very important to have. First of all, you have to know that you're hanging on tight. If you go there loosey-goosey, it's gone, and you are going to be tasting a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So the second thing is camouflage.
And what do you mean by camouflage?
Secret weapon. You know what? You've got a water bottle there. I'm going to have you know what? Say you're there. You're going to maintain your weight. This is your goal. You're going to have something, but you've got something in your hand.
Right.
And I'm floating around the party, and I'm feeling great, and I'm eating everything. And I want to give. It's the giving time of the year. I want to give you food. I want to give you drink. I want to give you something. But you're occupied. You already have something. I might just go along to find someone else who I can give something to. So you're camouflaged by hanging onto something in your hand.
And you know what? And that's a good point, because I have done that before, where you're at a dinner party, right? And everybody's drinking, and they've got drink after drink, and you just don't want that extra drink. So you keep that one drink that you've had and that you've been nursing for the last couple of hours.
That's right.
And you're like, no, I'm still good here. I don't need a touch up. I'm great. Thank you.
I'm great. Yeah, that's another thing. Touch-ups, because people, and you know what? You have to get the hand up there. No, thank you. Put that hand over. If somebody's going along, if it is a catered event.
Okay.
But yeah, if your hand is there, people feel like you've been taken care of, that you've got, the hostess or the host always wants to give and make sure everybody's happy and they didn't go home feeling like they didn't get something.
Having a good time.
That's right. So you know what? A smile and something in your hand is the best camouflage you could possibly have.
Because if you don't have anything in your hands, they got to give you something.
They got to give you something. So, and you don't want to look grumpy either with your thing, because then they look unsatisfied with what you're holding.
Okay.
So big smile, something in the hand. That's your first number one thing that you want to have. The other thing is, before you had come to the party or the event and everything, set yourself to say, you know what, allow yourself something.
Okay.
So you want to be a part of this. You want to be in there. You want to do what they're doing. So allow yourself. You know what, I'm going to allow myself this, and don't beat yourself up after the fact for not having it.
I could just see it now. So I'm going to have just one turtle chocolate. Are you kidding me? They've got that there too. Next thing you know.
Well, yeah. So you want to know there's going to be a surprise. There's going to be something. So maybe say turtles are always there, but the other thing is never there.
Okay.
Well, then you're going to have the nothing. So it is the fact that you want to be part, but it's too much, because you're back to this. If it just meant that there was a few extra little things, they're not even coming up to you saying, here, eat me. They're just there. And if you're going to throw this away just because they're there, how tightly were you hanging on to it?
Okay. And you also say, too, that you should have, I guess, responses memorized, what you want to say? That you want to say.
Okay. If there's, say a lady named Karen always makes carrot cake. Oh, that's funny, cake. So here she is. She's the carrot cake, and you just go, you know what? I know but you know what? I like it. I know she's very proud of it, but it's not my favorite, and it's not worth it to me to offset that one. Now, it's not a total white lie, but you could say, oh, you know what? You actually let her know, hi, Karen. Oh, I see you've made your carrot cake, or she's up to try my carrot cake. Your response that you've already got memorized is, you know what? I cannot wait to have that. I'm just going to finish up what I've got here, and I'm going for that after.
Okay.
So you're pushing it off a little bit, and maybe you might. That's not in stone that you're not, but you know what? You're just letting her know that you're acknowledging that she has made this amazing carrot cake, and that you know it's good, and that you might saunter your way over there after.
Yeah, and I guess too, I'm thinking right now in my head, if there's food there, no, I just had a big dinner before I came here. I mean, you don't want to offend the guests, but you want to be able to try a little bit here and there. But just like you said, know your limits, right? Know your limits. Hang on tight to that, whatever it is. And when you go, it's there. It's always there. You're not going to die if you don't have everything. And when you walk out of that event, party, staff party, whatever it is, even if it's, just a one-on-one, you walk out going, I did it. I didn't eat everything. Yes, you feel good. It's so funny, Lisa, because I think back, as we talk about this topic here, and I just think of the Seinfeld episode with George Costanza when there was that big shrimp bowl. And, it's one of those things where you might look at the food and say, I haven't had this all year round. Do you know how expensive that is? And you start filling up on it because you're thinking, I got to get my money's worth right now. So you don't want to do something like that either. No, because if it's that point, maybe you've deprived yourself enough all year that maybe you should kind of splurge throughout the year a little bit so it's not so overwhelming to you. Okay. Maybe you have to kind of look back and go, why was I caught so off guard? Why was I so overwhelmed? So it's more, I want you to ask yourself a lot more questions about why you would behave the way you would, and why you'd be so is it you're a kid in a candy, is this you just got to the amusement park, or are you having enough fun in your own diet, perhaps? Maybe you need to have a bit more exciting things. No, but you brought up a really good point. Eat something before you go, a little. Because then you don't feel that hunger pain where you're just going to go for everything, like it's like a buffet where you can go back 4 or 5 times. Right. And feel good about it too, right? Like you were saying about your accomplishments. Feel good about that, because come the new year, whether if it happens to be a weight issue for you, while the rest of them have to buy bigger pants, you're going to stay in your same ones. That's right. And you want to feel confident in accepting those party invitations. And to know, you don't want to say, oh, you know what, I know that's going to happen. No, don't say that. I know that I can go there, enjoy myself, have a little bit of something, and feel great about it, and go to the next one. Okay. Lisa, as always, thank you so much. Great advice. And get a buddy like this, and that's right. He can help you out. There you go. Thank you. Thank you.